to the X Lounge, and we continue with the 2257 Chevy Bel Air. As you can see, I have added JB Weld to the mating surfaces, and I've installed this plate here and sanded it almost flush. What I'm going to do next is crack out the old milliput, which, if you haven't tried it yet, you should. It's pretty awesome. It's a two-part putty. I give it a full day to cure. You got plenty of working time, and that's what's important. When this stuff hardens up, I don't know if you could machine it. I generally don't do too big of spots with it, but it gets pretty hard. What I'm going to do, I'm going to fill in all along there. I'm going to fill in those two little holes, two little gaps there that I'm going to fill with it. I'm not going to push it in too hard because I don't want it to squirt through that hole. I just want it to cover up the hole. And I may do a little bit. This edge here is kind of rough, and I'm probably going to have to end up filing it. And now that I think of it, I had just the file in my hand. Probably going to have to use one of these Riffler files to get in there and file that flat. That might actually be easier than trying to make that look good with milliput. There is a dip there that needs it. Okay, so if you're not familiar with this stuff, it's a simple two-part epoxy. You carve out 50% of one, 50% of another. So what I like to do is roll it into a ball, and then when I roll the other piece into a ball, I make the balls about the same size. That way I've got roughly 50%. So I'm trying to guess if twice of that's going to be enough. I'm going to add a little bit more just because. This stuff sticks to tools, as you can see. When it's still wet, it's water soluble. And if I didn't want this to stick, I'd dip it in water and lick it. Or lick it. However, I'm not going to go licking my X-Acto knife. But yeah, a little bit of spit keeps the tools clean. But you don't have to use it. Why not? I mean, why bother when you've got clean water right there? Okay, so we want to shoot for about that much. Not quite that big. Good. So milliput also makes a white putty, which is supposed to be a finer texture than the yellow. This is the most basic stuff. Yellow and gray. They've got another one that's white and gray, and it ends up being white in the end. And there's another one that I think that is brown. All you do is you smush it together and mix it. I don't know what the brown is. I don't know if that's like the super fine or the super rough or what. I don't know. I've tried out the white, and I think I just like the yellow better. I don't know why. So this is good for filling extreme gaps. I like to fill in underneath of it so it doesn't just squish through. So that this way, you know, it's got something to keep it. So watch some other videos about this stuff. People can do some pretty amazing stuff with it. You can roll pin this down extremely thin and make tarps. You can roll it out, twist it together, and make little ropes. So this is a fairly simple tool. It's a dowel rod. It's got two pieces of paper clip jammed in the end of it. This one is left round and blunt, and this one was flattened out and then rounded off. So this one is like a, I don't know what you call it, like a tiny little spatula. And I use this tool more than any other when it comes to clay and putty. Get in there. Ooh. This stuff is fairly sticky, which means it doesn't want to leave your hand. And when your tool starts to grab onto it, dip that in water. Like I said, this is water soluble before it cures. So if you want to thin it out some, you add some water.
Ah, 10.